Hello and welcome to Cinema Express. My name is Venkat Srikar. In this episode of Kutty Review, we will be talking about the Telugu film Ashoka Vanamlo Arjuna Kalyanam.
నా జాతకమే అంత ఈ పక్కనే ఇంకో లైన్ ఉంది చూడు, ఇది ఎదవం చేసే లైన్ అంట. చూసినావా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ లాగా ఎట్లా పోతుందో.
The film is an instant entrant into the growing list of Telugu films that are set in a very likable milieu, like Middle Class Melodies, Care of Kancherapalam, Skylab, and Rajavaru Rani Garu, which was also written and directed by Ravi Kumar Kola, who is here credited as writer and showrunner. Now, speaking of milieu, the interiors of East Godavari, they look lovely. But what actually makes it beautiful is the people. The people in the film, the way they talk, the way they treat each other, the way they express, things like that. So the film begins with a family from Suryapet in Telangana starting out on a bus journey to a village in East Godavari for the engagement of their son Arjun, played by Vishwak Sen in his best role yet, to engagement to a teacher named Madhavi, who hails from a different region and a different caste. Arjun, on the other hand, he is a 33-year-old bachelor, and he is an embodiment of every trait that defines an average Indian guy, be it his appearance or his profession. He is aware of his ordinary existence, and he feels his marriage is the only way to shed his inferiority complex. In other words, marriage is his mission and he has to accomplish it by hook or crook. When the lockdown forces the groom's family to extend their stay at the bride's place, what follows is more than just a series of situational comedy set pieces. Yes, the writing is laced with liberal doses of humor, but there's more in the film. Even at romance, at times you wonder if Arjun really likes Madhavi. Although, even thinking about her, he goes blushing, but his desperation is evident. The narrative is designed in a way that allows us to see these incidents, that how these incidents transform this guy's perspective on marriage and life. It reminded me of Uma Maheshwara Ugrarupasya, which again was also a coming of age story of sorts, where a man had to overcome a single person, and whereas here the protagonist's evolution is done by how he overcomes things his family says and his own understanding. Things do get a bit repetitive towards the end when the film and the family, they get stuck in one place for a very long time. But to be honest, the brighter parts, they outweigh the duller ones. We get a sense of the madness of this film pretty early on when Arjun's family assembles near a bus. They start disagreeing about things, they start making condescending remarks, and the behavior and dynamics of these characters set the film's tone perfectly early on in the film. The characters, each of them have a defining trait. There are many lovely characters, to be honest. There is a very over-creative photographer played by Rajkumar Kasireddy. There is Arjun's ever-annoyed uncle played by Middle Class Melodies Goparaju Ramana. And then there is Madhavi's very enthusiastic uncle played by Kadambari Kiran. These people, their eccentricity and their performances, and even the way their characters are written, it's their show. They're fun to watch. Even a character like a mechanic who appears only for 2 minutes leaves an impression. So we have seen many films in which the heroine leaves for the hero at the last minute of her wedding, leaving the other guy stranded. We always cheer for the hero and the heroine. When they unite, we feel happy, but nobody bothers about the guy who's left behind at the marriage hall. This is the film in which Vishwak Sen plays that other guy. To be honest, this film makes that nobody, that ignored guy, its hero, and treats him with a lot of love, respect and empathy. And this empathy in writing, it extends beyond the protagonist. Even when a character does something that disturbs the overall scheme of things and people's motivations, it doesn't villainize them. Instead, the film compels us to listen to them and why they did what they did. In fact, a woman's priorities, both her personal and professional, are deemed a conflict at one point, and she makes the decision herself. This move could have been probably been problematized in the hands of a lesser filmmaker, but it is beautifully addressed here. Also, this film pulls off something highly deceiving in the second half in a very good way. This film, in fact, it's a pleasant surprise how you see a character develop from what you think to it becomes a completely different thing in the second half. So it was a pleasant surprise. I would say the same about the film as well. At times when we are watching bone-breaking action films week after week, I think we need something like Ashoka Vanamlo Arjuna Kalyanam as a breather. That's it from this week's review of Ashoka Vanamlo Arjuna Kalyanam. I hope to see you next week with another Kutty review. Thank you.